So there was a great question brought up post-lecture about the perfect square trinomials and the perfect square trinomial formula. So that perfect square trinomial formula says if I have something that has an a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, or possibly a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, that thing is a perfect square trinomial, and this thing will factor as a plus b quantity squared, this one as a minus b quantity squared. And the question that got brought up is, where does this 2ab mess even come from? I'll have you consider the following. How about 5x plus 2y quantity squared? So this thing right here is shorthand for 5x plus 2y quantity times 5x plus 2y. Mathematicians are notoriously lazy, so instead of writing out 5x plus 2y twice, I just write this little square. What happens if I distribute this? So this is my a, and this is my b. If I distribute this thing, I'll take 5x times 5x plus, I go 5x times 2y. Okay. Moving on to the second term, I now have plus 2y times 5x. And finally, 2y times 2y. Notice this is a squared, y, a times a, so a squared. On the back end, b squared. What's happening in the middle? What do I have here? I have, this is a, and this is b. So I have a times b plus another a times b. It's written as b times a, but commutative is the word we describe multiplication, meaning I can flip-flop these any way I want. And if I write them out, that becomes 10xy. So that's a times b, 10xy. Again, order is irrelevant. So what do I have again? 10xy. What's this? 10xy plus 10xy, well, 20xy. But that is ab plus ab. That's 2 times ab. This is literally 2 times ab. So why does the formula say what it says? Why do we go looking to see, is the front end a square? Is the back end a square? Is the middle that weird 2 times blah, blah, blah thing? Where does it come from? It comes right from here. When I go to multiply that thing out, because they are the same, I get an AB from here, and I get an AB from here. So I end up with 2 of the ABs. And that's where the formula takes that from. Another thing you might be asking is, how the heck am I supposed to factor that by grouping? You said these can all factor by grouping. Looks hideous. I've got X's over here, Y's over there. Let me show you how you would factor that by grouping. I'm going to scooch this over. First thing I'm going to check, I always check for the greatest common factor. I actually don't have one. I've got a 4 here. That'll divide by 5, and that'll divide by 5, which is fantastic. That'll divide by 4, and that'll divide by 4. Fantastic. But these two right here don't have common factors, so I can't do it. I have to go with AC method because this is not a 1 makes us sad. But what do? I take 25, I multiply it by 4. Notice we never once said, hey, what happens if there's a variable here? I ignore the variables. I'm looking at just the coefficients, just the numbers. These numbers are all I really care about. Look what's going to happen. 25 times 4, that gives me my 100. Boom. I want something that multiplies to 100 and adds to 20. Well, 25 times 4, obviously, will give me 100, and that's 29. Didn't help. I could go with 50 times 2. That's not going to do it. So 52 is not going to do it. Let's see. How about 10 times 10? 10 times 10. Hey, adds to 20. All right, I've got extra variables in here, which may make this look scarier. Here's what I do. 25x squared. I'm going to carry this along. 10xy plus 10xy plus 4y squared. I'm just going to carry these variables along. I didn't ask about the variables. I asked about the numbers, right? Carry those along. What do? Factor these two separately. How about I take out 5x? And I have 5x remaining. And then plus 2y. Same thing over here, except I can only divide by 2. I can also divide by y, so 2y. And then 10 divided by 2 is 5. That x gets left behind. I add 4 divided by 2 is 2. Y divided by y. Y squared divided by y is just that. There is that GCF we knew was going to come out. That was going to happen. Unless we made a mistake. And there you get it. So you can factor it by grouping without any trouble, even if there are extra variables in there. Worry about what's happening with the numbers. Right? Whatever this variable is, you just carry it along with you.